Hi folks, we're going to do a nice short lesson today. Tomorrow's a holiday and I just wanted to show you before the long weekend the kind of past paper questions you could be answering given what we've done so far on multiplying out brackets and factorising. So we're not going to do starters today. I've got 4 questions for us to look at. We're just going to go through those. Okay, so first one, factorise. So these questions tend to be worth just a couple of marks and it'll be obvious what you need to do. Okay, it's not going to be one that's all shrouded in mystery with lots and lots of words. Okay, so the first one, factorise 4x squared minus 25. So remember our procedure. The first thing we should be looking at is common factors. Then we should be looking at a difference of 2 squares. Then, if it's neither of those things, we should be looking to see if it's a trinomial that will factorise into 2 brackets. Okay, so first of all, let's see, are there any common factors? Look at the numbers first. We've got 4 and 25. There are not any common factors that would be any use to us there, so we don't need to worry about common factors in the numbers. And in the letters, there is x squared in the first term, but there's no x's here, so we've no common factors there. So next we move on and look to see if we've got a difference of 2 squares. So 4x squared, so 4 is a square number and 25 is a square number. So remember 4 comes from 2 squared and x squared is x squared, so that's 2x squared, and this is 5 squared. So remember, we factorise this into 2 brackets when we've got a difference of 2 squares. Remember, the difference means it has to be a minus there. Okay, and we've got 2 squared terms. So the thing that's squared to give us our first term goes at the beginning of the brackets. The thing that's squared to give us our last term goes in the end of the brackets. And then we need 1 plus and 1 minus. And that's that one done. That's all we need to be able to do there. Okay? So there is a bit more of factorising that we still need to do, and that's 2-step factorising, which we will be doing next week, and there are a couple more exam questions once we've done them. Okay? So next question, expand and simplify. So we've got 2 brackets here, one with 2 terms and one with 3 terms. So I'm going to suggest that we use a table for this one. Remember, we've got several different methods. So I'm going to put the long bracket across the top, 2x squared minus 7x minus 3. I'm going to put the smaller bracket down the side. It doesn't matter which way around we get these because we're multiplying them anyway, remember? So the thing that goes in here is 2x squared times x. So that gives us 2x cubed. Then we've got negative 7x times a positive x. That's going to be negative 7x squared. Then we've got negative 3 times positive x. So that'll give us minus 3x. In this space, we've got 2x squared times 5. So that'll give us 10x squared. In this space, we've got negative 7x times 5. So that's negative 35x. And then in the last space, we've got negative 3 times 5. So that's negative 15. And the ones that we can put together when we simplify are the x squareds together and the x's together. So all together, we've got 2x cubed. Then we've got 10x squared, take away 7x squared. So that gives us plus 3x squared. Then in x's, we've got minus 3x and minus 35x. So altogether, we've got minus 38x there. And then we've still got a minus 15. Okay, so remember the other ways that you could have done that. You could have drawn lines on this. So remember, draw the lines from the bracket that's only got two things. So make sure your first term multiplies everything in the second bracket. And then make sure your second term multiplies everything in the second bracket. You're still going to get the same answer in the same terms as you would if you'd done the table. Okay, so that's that one. Then we've got two more questions to do, that's all. Okay, now this one, similar. In fact, I'm just going to check that that's not the same question that I've just done twice. No, it's not, but look how similar it is. So this one was 2019, paper 1, question 3, a bracket with 2 terms times a bracket with 3 terms. This one, 2017, paper 1, question 4, a bracket with 2 terms times a bracket with 3 terms. So it's exactly the same process. So let's do this one with the lines this time. So we're going to do those 3 lines and then those 3 lines. Okay. So first line, this one. So we've got 2x times x squared gives us 2x cubed. 2x times negative 4x gives us negative 8x squared. And 2x times positive 1 gives us plus 2x. Then we need to make sure the 3 multiplies everything in the second bracket. So 3 times x squared is 3x squared. 3 times negative 4x gives us negative 12x. And then 3 times 1 gives us plus 3. Now we need to simplify. So remember, we write the highest power of x first, so that's going to be our 2x cubed. Then if we look at x squareds, we've got a minus 8x squared there and plus 3x squared there. So that gives us minus 5x squared. Then in x's, we've got a plus 2x and a minus 12x. So that gives us a minus 10x. And then on the end, we've got a plus 3. So that's all we need to do for that one. So do be careful. If you've got 2 terms in this bracket and 3 terms in that, when you multiply them out, you should get 6 terms. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 before you simplify. Okay, so just check that. And remember, like I said, when I've been marking assessments and things, sometimes people draw these lines all over the place and get in a muddle with them. So just be careful if you are getting in a muddle by doing it by drawing lines, do a table instead. Okay, right, moving on anyway, because we've got the answer there. Right, last question for today. So, have a good look at this one, a careful look at this. We've got 2 brackets multiplying together and then plus 2 times this bracket. Okay, so we've got 2 separate things to do there. We need to multiply these 2 together. We need to multiply this one out and then add them both. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this bit and do it over here. I'm going to take this bit and do it over here, and then we're going to add them both together. Okay, so multiplying out 2 brackets, I'm going to use FOIL here. Remember, you don't need to write FOIL. I'm just doing it so that you can see what I'm doing. So we've got 3x, first F for first, right? So 3x times x, the first things in the brackets. So that gives us 3x squared. Then the outsides, so that's the furthest things away from each other. We've got positive 3x times negative 1 gives us minus 3x. Then the insides, we've got 1 times x, so that's plus x. And then the lasts, that one and that one, gives us positive 1 times negative 1 is negative 1. Let's just tidy that up. So that gives us 3x squared minus 2x minus 1. Okay. Then, when we multiply out this, it's just multiplying that single bracket. So we get 2x squared minus 10. So altogether, we're doing, oops, better put that on silent. We're doing this expression plus this one. Okay, so let's just do that. So we've got 3x squared minus 2x minus 1, add 2x squared minus 10. Okay, so altogether in x squareds, we can see we've got a 3x squared and a 2x squared. So we've got 5x squared. In x's, we've got a minus 2x here and no more x's anywhere else. So just minus 2x. And then in numbers, we've got a minus 1 here and a minus 10 here. So that gives us minus 11 altogether. Okay, so be really careful when you're doing these. You could have done it all in one line and that would have been okay as well, but you would have still had to do the two things. You've got to multiply these two brackets together and then multiply that one out and then add the two results. Okay, so that's all we're going to do for today. So we've got a nice short lesson, like I said, to finish the week. I hope you have a good long weekend. Hope the weather's going to be nice. And remember, you've got an assignment to do that'll be due in on Tuesday. Okay, see you later.